NaLyssa fit into what you guys are doing this season?
Yeah, Lyssa's been just a great presence on both sides of the ball. Proud of her. She, continues to carve out her role in this league, but I've really loved her intensity and effort on both sides of the ball: defense, rebounding, screening, and then continuing to find her offensive game within our system as well.
She went through the question. Who was that about? I'm sorry.
NaLyssa.
Sorry. She went through, obviously, last season, the fanfare and everything around Caitlin Clark. Is any help that she brought to this team, having gone through that before, that perspective?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want anyone to have to go through any of that, but I think the maturity and the perspective has just helped her to be an even better professional and a better teammate and a better person in general, and can kind of help us as we navigate through different things that get thrown your way throughout the course of a season.
I guess I meant specifically like all the attention now that's around Paige and how that,
totally.
The team dynamic around
I mean, it's a lot that comes with that, and so having lived through that with Caitlin last year, I think definitely helps her and helps our team, just having familiarity with it, and then to them understanding that it's good for the game. There's more eyes on all of us, and Paige will say it herself, right? She's the rising tide. She wants to raise everybody's platform with her. She understands. She gets a lot of the attention, and rightfully so. And part of that is to be able to deflect and give even more attention to her teammates and to those around her.
What do you see as like what these head-to-head star matchups can mean for this league that's in such a
it's great. It's just fantastic to be able to get that many eyes on the game, right? When you've got Caitlin and Paige, and that draws in the eyes and the viewership, and then when people get their eyes on it, they see the product, and they're going to love the product, and they're going to want to come back to watch more games, just with how high level these players are and these athletes and what they're capable of on the floor. So the individuals definitely bring the new eyes and the new viewership, and then once the new audience gets their eyes on it, they're going to love it. So it's great for the game.
Defensively, over the last handful of games, this has been one of the most efficient groups in the league. Just what have you noticed that you've liked from those last couple games?
Just our connectivity and our commitment and our effort. It's never going to be perfect, and I think these last couple of games we've done a better job of playing through mistakes and not letting it kind of snowball out of control. So what next play is what we say all the time, and I think we've done a good job of that these last 5 games, of just turning the page and getting to the next play regardless of what just happened.
And what are you looking for from this group offensively over the next, obviously not just tonight, but just going forward as you continue to build together?
To continue to establish our pace, right? I want us to play fast and get up and down the floor, and then just continue to find ways to get that ball moving from side to side. I think we've done it in pockets, and then we've been intentional in other pockets of kind of slowing it down and really getting the ball where it needs to go. So I think there's balance in that, but we'll be at our best when the ball is free-flowing and finding energy and finding the mismatch and finding the matchup within the flow of it.
Communication is key. I already asked Myisha about this, but just how does it feel to be able to have great communication when it being unpredictable, like whether it's an injury or just a rotation change?
It's open, honest communication, right? Some of those conversations aren't easy. They're tough conversations, but the more you're genuine and honest about it, you don't have to agree, but we know together that we share the ultimate goal for this team to find success, and we know that can look a variety of different ways. So those conversations aren't always easy, but again, you don't shy away from them. So the more open and honest you are with each other, the more trust and respect you ultimately have for each other.
And how that's just built on being able to win, and even if a game is close, just having the attitude to where okay, next play. You just said.
Yeah, absolutely. Communication's everything, and so off the floor, on the floor, the more open and honest you are off the floor than on the floor in those heated moments, you can really look eye to eye and talk to each other and not shy away.
When you go into a matchup against Indiana, what are some of the things that you're looking for from the team, against a team like this?
Yeah, I mean, they can really score the ball, right? So we've got to find ways to slow them down. Starts in transition. whether Clark's playing or not. They want to get the ball up the floor. They've got really good leak-out guards. Mitchell is going to put pressure on us in the open floor relentlessly on the paint, so we've got to do a good job of corralling and slowing her. Lexi Hole, good leak-out guard. When Cunningham comes in off the bench, she's a good leak-out guard as well. And then Howard is a really mobile post that gets up and down. Aaliyah Boston, underrated motor, gets up and down the floor. So if we can get them in the half court, we'll have a better chance that way. And then it's an inside-out attack, right? They lead the league in points in the paint. So they've got dynamic guards. Those guards draw a lot of attention. That opens up the paint for their big. So pick and choose your battles with who you want to take away. But we've got to have great compete on the perimeter with their guards, and then use our size on the inside and play really disciplined. That's what we've been preaching, is that physicality without fouling continues to be a growth opportunity for us.
How are you feel going into tonight's game, just mentally?
I like where we're at right now. I like, these last 5 games, we've been in positions to win all of them. And so just like what we're doing step by step, practice by practice, game by game here. So I'm just excited for us to have another opportunity and want to continue to be present for them and put them in positions to continue to feel the success and feel the momentum and keep helping them to be able to get us to the finish line and get more wins.
What have you noticed from some of the assistants that Lee is already familiar with? How has that helped her over this first influence?
Yeah, the comfortability, the familiarity with Camille and with NaLyssa, having been out in LA, has been tremendous. And even with some of our terminology, with her having played for Kurt as well, there's just a familiarity that's helped her. And then credit to Lee, she's just incredibly smart and picks things up really quickly and asks lots of really good questions. So a lot of that is credit to her, but our staff is working like crazy behind the scenes to make sure she's up to speed. But she picks things up really quickly.
How's the season been going?
We started off pretty slow, but I think we're getting we've played with each other for quite some time now. So the chemistry is getting there, it's getting better. So that's why we're able to put some wins together.
Kind of the anticipation for this game across the league.
Yeah.
Have you guys been feeling that building for a while?
No, not really. We wake up every single day ready to compete. Doesn't matter who we're playing. It's a game day. That's it.
You're in a different arena. It's a different kind of attention that is on a game like this.
I don't think we necessarily talked about or put a lot of emphasis on the fact that we're playing here. Granted, this is a great opportunity. It's great for the organization to be able to play here and play in the house that Dirk built. So I'm excited about just playing in this atmosphere. I remember I came here one time for an NBA game, and it was electric. So I'm hoping it's the same type of energy tonight.
Over the last 4 games, the defense has been one of the best in the league statistically. Just what are some of the things that you're seeing from the group over that period of time?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, we're starting to play with each other. We've been playing with each other for quite some time. So that works on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensively. Just knowing our tendencies on the defensive side, communicating, that goes a long way. So I think that's really what it is right now. We're doing a great job communicating. Guarding our yard is what our coaches call it, and rebounding. We're rebounding extremely well, in my opinion.
And regarding communication, Lee as a rim protector is still pretty new. How do you think she's been able to grasp the new concepts and system and everything like that?
Yeah, from the day that she got here, she caught on pretty quick to offensive and defensive schemes that we're doing. So we're just happy that she's on our team team around this time, because she definitely gives us a different look and something that we needed to. So we're grateful that she's a fast learner. She wants to learn. She wants to get better, and that goes a long way, especially with a young player like her. But her ceiling is so high. There's no ceiling for her. So the fact that she wants to continue to get better, we see it, so you pour in more to her because she wants to be the best player that she can possibly be. So I'm excited to be teammates with her.
All right, just to stay on communication, just talk about just the unpredictability of everything, whether it's injuries or just rotations, being able to just adapt on the fly like that.
Yeah, that's a part of the game. You never know. So it's also a part of being a pro. No matter what the team asks you, coaches ask of you, you're going to show up and do your job to the best of your ability. And I think that's what makes our team so different and great, because it doesn't matter whose night it is. We all show up and try to do our job to the best of our ability.
What has NaLyssa brought to the mix this season?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You said you were from India. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just like I was saying before, like with Li, just a different type of player, type of energy. She crashes the boards extremely well. She may not, on the stat sheet, she may not get 10 boards, but she gets her hands on a lot that causes us to get the rebound. She defends like last game. She defended very well, and I think that's half the reason, more than half the reason why we beat Atlanta last game, is because she set the tone for us defensively. Offensively, she's finding her shot right now, being more confident in the way that she plays. But overall, she just gives a different look. She's super athletic, and she's another player who wants to continue to get better and continue to learn.
She was around the situation last year with Caitlin Clark. There was a lot of attention, things we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Has she helped you guys with any perspective on how to handle things now with the attention that is around the team with Paige and all those things?
Not necessarily. We've had players who've been in this league for some time, so I don't think we're depending on Liz, because Caitlin Clark definitely gets a lot of attention, and just being her teammate. So I know that she has a lot of stories and a lot of experiences of how to handle things, but I don't necessarily think that we're depending on one player to give us feedback of how to show up for our teammate. So yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that makes sense. You mentioned before the opportunity. How much of that is just in a bigger picture? Do you feel like there's an opportunity right now, the way this league is growing with the stars that are getting this kind of attention?
Yeah, for sure. We want to play in arenas like this more often. Dallas is building a new facility, so we're super excited about that. But I think this is just a stepping stone in the right direction for this organization and for the league too. When you get to play in arenas like NBA arenas, you get to feel the energy from the fans. You get to feel the energy not only from the fans, but your teammates, the support staff. Everything just pours into it, and it just heightens it. It's definitely a step in the right direction, and I hope that every team eventually gets a chance to play in an NBA arena, and then eventually actually, play all their home games in an NBA arena, or build an arena that is similar to an NBA arena.
What are some things that stand out about the Fever as a matchup? I know the injury report hasn't come out, so we don't know exactly everyone who's playing, but they played last night, so I don't know if maybe you saw anything in that game that maybe take into this one.
Last game, it went down to the last 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. So they're going to fight to the end. Like you said, we don't know who's going to play, but we have to show up and do our job at the end of the day. It doesn't matter who suits up for them. We know who's suiting up for us, and we know that whoever steps foot on the court, they're going to give their 100% and all in order for us to, win the game and put us in the best position to win the game. So again, it's just about showing up and doing your job, and I think that's what we are striving for and going in the right direction of doing so. So, it doesn't matter who plays, but we're going to show up and do our job. Doesn't matter who plays. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
This has a feel to play in a big arena like this tonight.
Oh, it feels good. This is what we wanted. This is growing the game for us, so we're excited to play in here. It's going to be a great atmosphere.
And just talk about your previous experiences being here, and whether you played or just being a spectator.
In here?
Yeah.
I'm excited. They said it's a sold-out game, 20,000 fans that we're expecting, so it's going to be a huge atmosphere. It's going to be fun for everybody.
How much are you, anything you're looking forward to connecting with from the Fever, friends, former teammates?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited to see the people I played with. Super excited to see them.
How has this season been going for you so far?
It's been great. We started out a little shaky, but I think we're on our up and up right now. I feel like we're playing our best games. I'm super excited to keep it going for us.
What's been better over these last few games? You guys won 3 of the last 4 or something like that?
I think just our attention to detail. Going after 50-50 balls, making those winning plays, rebounding hard, playing great, better defense. So I think we know what we were supposed to be doing, but now we're just doing it 10 times harder.
How much does Li have a lot to do with
success of that?
Huge. She's been huge for us. I finally get to go back to the 4. I haven't played the 5 since like middle school, so I'm excited to have her out there. She's like a great post that I could interchange with. So she's been a big huge part to our wins.
What are some ways she's impressed you with how fast she's been able to fit in on both ends, learning a new system, new teammates?
It's crazy actually, because it's like going to another team is super hard to adjust. You're playing with a whole different team. You got to learn way different plays again, many different plays again. So I mean, she's adjusting quick. I don't think she's behind at all.
And then what are some of those things over the last 4 or 5 games that have helped this team be one of the best defensive units statistically in the league?
I think everybody is just doing their part. I think that's the thing that we were missing, was just worrying about what the other person is going to do for us. And now it's we have trust in each other, that it's someone's going to have your back, someone's going to be on help side, someone will come over for the block. So I think that's the thing, is just putting piece to piece together.
What's it been like for you just to be back home, be close to home, be around family?
It's been great. My family's here today, my whole family. So, super excited with them just being 4 hours away. They get to come up here, whenever they feel like it. So it's been fun for me.
How does that help as an athlete, just to have that connection when you're trying to get through, I guess, what can be a mental grind of the season?
Yeah, it's huge. I always say my family's my best friends. After every game, I call them, talk to them, they give me their feedback. So just them always being here, being that support system, it always is, takes weight off of your shoulders, where you could just enjoy family and friends and have fun.
You were up front that last season was a frustrating one for you at times. Did the trade come as sort of a welcome thing for you, just a way to refresh?
Yeah, for sure. I always say it's a blessing in disguise. Trades aren't always a negative thing. It can always also be a positive thing. So I think it came in a good light for me at a good time. And like you said, I'm by family, friends, good environment, by my teammates. So it's been good for me.
You mentioned that adjustment period that players go through before when they switch. Was that there for you too? Did it take a while to mesh or whatever?
I think it wasn't too bad for me, because we all started over. New coaches, new team, nobody really played with each other except Arika and Maddie. Everybody else was new, so I think it wasn't bad for me.
What are some things about the fever that you have to take into account as a matchup going into this game?
Great players. You have all-stars on that team. You have great players that know how to score the ball, play defense. So I think it's just, doing what we've been doing in games, and it's just another team for us.
Last year you experienced the attention and all the fanfare around Caitlin Clark. Anything similar this season with Paige? How would you contrast those two, compare and contrast those experiences?
Yeah, I would say it's the same experience. Going on the roads, they all sound like home games too. They're cheering loud for Paige and for the team. So I say it's very similar, very similar environment. So I think that's why them two together in this arena, it's gonna be insane.
Is there anything you tried to tell your teammates about what this was going to be like and how to handle that attention?
Not for real. That's above my pay.
So we're returning to the scene where Angel Reese did the famous hand thing to Caitlin Clark here in the arena. Now it's led us back to this moment. So how big is that coming in playing in this arena where all that happened in the Final Four at that time?
This where that happened?
Yeah, right here.
I didn't even know that, so I don't know. I don't know. Good.